Okay, everybody. Doing the drawings for draft position and also creating 3 divisions. So what the divisions are is basically we take our 12, we divide them into 3 equal divisions of 4. For just making things more interesting, if you win your division, meaning you have the best record within your 4-person division, you're automatically in the playoffs. And then after that, there's 6 playoff spots. 3 division winners, 3 wild cards. A wild card is a person that does not win their division but has the highest record out of people who don't win their division. So you can have a division winner and all 3 wild cards in one division. That is a possibility. It isn't like second place and third place. It's best record, not a division winner. So if you've got that one player in your division that goes 14-0 and blows everybody away, you can still make the playoffs if you have a good season. How this works is the schedule-wise, you play everybody in your division twice. That's 6 games because there's 3 other teams in your division. And then you play everyone else who's not in your division once. So that's 8. So it's a 14-game season. 6 teams make the playoffs. Number 1 and number 2 get a bye in the first round of the playoffs. And then it's bottom 6, so 4 teams first round of the playoffs. 2 advance to the semifinal in round 2, and then 2 advance to the final in the championship. What we will do is, we haven't collected money yet. We'll talk about that later, and figure out what the payouts are for winners and other finishing positions. I'm going to go ahead and take all of our players. As you can see, I'm going to put I have balls with people's names on them. I will show you that in a second. I'm going to put them in our trusty little Goffstown hockey beanie, mix them up real good, and draw them one at a time. I'm going to start with the draft order. I'm going to pick one name. That'll be number 12, and then all the way down to number 1, so we'll know who has the first pick in the draft. After we do that, I'm going to split the same way, drawing names out of a hat, everybody into 3 divisions. We have East, Central, and West division. So the first person I draw is going to go in the number 1 in the East. The second one I draw, number 1 in the Central. The third will be number 1 in the West, and then it'll just snake its way through until we have all 12 people split randomly into 3 divisions. To show you that I've got balls with everybody's name on them. Right now, there's nothing in this hat, totally empty. Every pool ball here, these mini little pool table balls, has a person's name on it. This is Aaron. The number on the ball means nothing. I just needed 12 of the same size balls so I could put people's names on them and draw them out of a hat. So forget about the number on the pool ball. It has nothing to do with your draft position or your division. So I'm going to put these in the hat one ball at a time, and I'll show you everybody's name as they go in. Here is Brian with a Y. Here is Billy Pay. Here is Eric McLaughlin. Glad we have you with us, Eric. Here is Aaron. Hope you can see that. And we've got Nick. We've got Andy. We've got Brian with an I. That's me. We've got Julie, see that? We have Matt. We have Blake. We have Austin. And last one here is Alan. So all 12 balls are in the hat, mixing them up real good. They're all exactly the same. So obviously there will be no way of me knowing who I'm picking. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to draw the first ball out of the hat at random. This is our number 12 pick. And that would be Andy. Sorry, Andy, you're number 12. But the cool thing about that is we do a snake draft. So last pick first round, first pick second round. So number 12 is Andy. Let's go to the number 11 pick in the draft. That is going to be Matt. On to number 10. That is Eric. Eric, you're drafting in the position number 10. Number 9, going back into the hat. We have Nick. Nick is picking number 9. Number 8. Making sure I'm not looking here. Number 8 is Billy. Billy Pay, picking number 8. On to number 7. That would be Austin. Austin, you are picking lucky number 7. I'm going to round out our top 6 here. Number 6 is Blake. Blake is picking number 6. Our lucky top 5 we have for number 5, Alan. Alan is picking in the 5th position. On to number 4. Number 4 is Brian with a Y. Brian with a Y is picking number 4. Here we go with our top 3. Number 3 is one of our newbies, Aaron. Aaron, congratulations. You have the 3rd pick in the draft. It's a pretty good place to be. Who's got number 2? Who's got number 1? Number 2, that's Brian with an I. That's me. I swear I didn't fix this. You saw how I did it. I got number 2. That can only mean one thing. Our other new player, Julie, you have the 1st pick in the draft. Congratulations. So now I'm going to go. I'm putting all the balls back in the hat. We're going to split everybody randomly into 3 divisions. 3 divisions of 4. We'll have our East, our West, and our Central. Mixing the balls back up again. Who's going to be the first team picked for the East? That would be Matt. Matt is the first player in the East division. Now we're going first player Central. That is going to be Alan. Alan, you are in the Central division. Now we got West. First player in the West division is Julie. Julie is in the West division. Now back to the East. Who's going to be competing with Matt for the winning of the East division? That first person is going to be Blake. So Blake and Matt, you are in the East division. Going back to Central now. They'll be competing with Alan for the first place in the Central division. We got Andy. Andy, you're with Alan in the Central. On to the West. West, playing with Julie 2 games at least. That would be Austin. Austin and Julie, you're in the same division. Back to the East. 3rd player in the East division. That's going to be Nick. So Matt, Blake, and Nick are in the East division. Central, you're playing with Alan and Andy. That's going to be Eric. Or I'm sorry, not Eric. Aaron. Aaron. Alan, Andy, Aaron. So far in the Central. Someone's joining Julie and Austin in the West. That person's going to be Billy. Billy Pay, you are in the West division with Julie and Austin. Back to the East. Last player in the East division is Brian with a Y. Brian with a Y, Blake, and Nick round out the East division. That division is now full. Who's going to play in the Central? That is Brian with an I. That's me. So we got Alan, Andy, Aaron, and Brian with an I. And that leaves one more person in the West division. That is Eric McLaughlin. Eric, you are in the West. So we have draft order. Picking number 12, Andy. Picking number 11, Matt. Picking number 10, Eric. Picking number 9, Nick. Picking number 8, Billy. Picking number 7, that's Austin. Picking number 6, Blake. Picking number 5, Alan. Picking number 4, Brian with a Y. Picking number 3, that's Aaron. Picking number 2, that's me. Picking number 1 is Julie. And then we have our East, Central, and West divisions. I'm going to pull that up right there. You can take a screen dump of that, or I'm going to update the ESPN page with all of this tonight, so it'll all be there. I want to thank Matt for getting our league together, helping us get 4 players. I'm really excited. We have 12. This is our inaugural year of the Live Harder League. That comes from our old league that Alan and me and Blake and Austin played in. They called themselves the Diehards, so we wanted to name something that kind of played off of that a little bit. So we went from the Die Hard Fantasy Football League to the Live Harder. That's where that name comes from. Good luck, everybody. Hope we have a good season. The next thing we got to talk about, we got our draft date set up already. I believe that's Friday, August 23rd at 8 p.m. Julie has graciously agreed to host at her place for anybody who wants to go live with the rest of the group. You do not have to be there. We're going to do it online. So obviously if people can't make it there and they still want to draft, they can draft online wherever they want to. But we'll have people get together at Julie's house, and make sure you bring a laptop or a tablet. You can use a cell phone. For those who have never drafted before, I would encourage you to go onto the ESPN site where you went to sign up, and there are ways to get on there and do mock drafts. When you do a mock draft, just make sure you do a 12-person league. We are PPR. That means points per reception for our newbies. That means anytime one of your players catches a pass, that's 1 point. Some people don't like that, so they do standard. We do PPR. It's just a scoring. It's a different type of scoring. It affects the rankings. So I think if you do a mock draft, you want it to be as similar to our league as possible. You want to make sure it says PPR Snake. So we are drafting in snake order. Snake means it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then round 2 goes 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. And then it snakes back and forth like that. That's just a way of trying to even the draft picks as easy as well as possible. So number 1 isn't picking first in every round. That would make that way too advantageous. So if you get number 12, you're kind of bummed out. You're not going to get like Christian McCaffrey or somebody like that. But you're picking first in the second round. There's a lot of good players left. So it's essentially a first-round pick, just really late. If anyone has any questions, feel free to shoot me a message on Facebook or text me or whatever works. Good luck, everybody. I will put this on the chat right now.